Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the semi-finals of our Eternal Sunday tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick.
This is not round one. Like, look,
Round one?
it's the same pairing as round one.
No, round. Was it round one? No,
Wasn't
round
it
two.
round two? Oh
Round two.
yeah, that's round
Yeah,
two.
this is not. Yeah, this is not a replay.
It's not a
of
replay.
it.
This is not a drill. This is actually the semi-finals. The same players.
Yeah, we're watching the grudge match between Jason Chen and Mark Tan. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside Ben Huang.
Hello.
And yeah, we know this matchup, right?
Yeah,
I mean, like,
we've talked about this before, but I think Jason is a little bit more data now as to what his opponent's playing.
Yeah.
and knows what is important in this matchup and what's not.
Well, I don't know. Like in the first game, like first time, Jason just had a terrible set of draws.
Yeah. Well, and then this game too. Look, he has no blue cards for his Force of Will, so he's got a mulligan.
Yeah.
And well, Mark's deck is straightforward, right? It just puts a fat creature into the graveyard, then it puts it into play, and then it draws. Preferably, it's one that draws him 7 cards.
And you just want to, and that's the thing. Like you just want to slam it, right? Like you don't care about your opponent's counter spells. You don't care about well,
you do care. You have Cabal Therapy, you have Unmask
and stuff like that.
Yeah, but those things also help you discard your cards.
Exactly. So it's
very streamlined.
It is here to do one job.
Yeah, and Jason knows. Like Jason
does.
needs to have some way to interact, and that's the thing. He puts you in a position where you feel like you have to search for a Force of Will, right?
Yeah, that turn one play can be,
and this is with
quite terrible. Ooh.
I think it's with Mark on the draw on the play.
Oh, okay.
Wait, who was the highest standing in?
Yeah, I actually don't know. Is the standing still up? Oh, looks like Mark is 3rd seed and Jason I think is 7th seed right now. So yeah, Mark's gonna go on the play, and this is
It's gonna be faithless looting, right? There's no other reason for Mark to
go for.
Oh, he's gonna ritual. Okay, yeah. So this game is over. Yeah, if Mark is casting Dark Ritual, this game is over.
On turn one, your Dark Ritual is like,
Yep.
That's great. That's
Jason,
great.
It's like, I played 5 hours of Magic just to come here and play against the same jackass, and he's gonna draw 14 cards on turn 1.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Oh, the door, I'm sorry. This jackass.
This guy made me. Okay, so obviously it did not cause Jason tilt the entire day.
Yeah.
He's
he
here
actually
now, right?
improved from this.
He's here now, but
But
then
you look at
like-
Mark's hand. Mark's hand is the size of a limited deck at this point, and there's not a lot that Jason can do. What are you gonna do? Plow this Emerald, this Griselbrand?
Too late. It's a little bit too late. But
So Mark's gonna play a second Lotus Petal. He has another ritual in his hand.
I can imagine
So
that
he's gonna
Mark goes
he's gonna sack this for red. He's gonna play Faceless Looting.
and then put the Chancellor of NX into the graveyard.
Just put whatever's in the graveyard, man. Anything that he can reanimate, he's gonna put in the graveyard.
Ashen Rider maybe.
Yeah. Oh, this
my
is so
gosh,
sick.
Typods.
This is so sick because he's gonna go ritual, and into animate dead. Sorry,
Oh god.
on the Tie Spout Tyrant.
Unmask you. Let's
He's
see
gonna
what
unmask
have
you
in
first.
that in
Oh, that's
hand.
interesting.
Oh, he's gonna unmask himself.
Is he gonna unmask himself? That's weird. He's gonna unmask him to see which threat he wants to get back, I guess.
Oh gosh. Okay, so you definitely take the Terminus, right?
I think you take the Ponder because you need to keep
without
your
the-
opponent off. He's gonna be able to infinitely keep his opponent off more than one land,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because he's gonna be able to animate exhume the.
Oh right.
Oh wow. Okay, so he's just. Okay,
does
I
he
thought you
go
can. I
for-
thought you could get the. Yeah. It's game. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
All right.
All right.
So we
Yeah.
did not even go.
Excellent. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably a reason why this tournament has been going so quickly, as opposed to the one tournament that I casted where it was a Miracles
It's
Mirror,
And then went to
8:30 in the evening.
Wow, that was
That
fast.
was
That
blinding
is,
fast, and this
This is what Mark's deck wants to do, right?
That's all that he really wants to do.
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
And Mark's gonna bring in wear and tear against the Rest in Pieces that he's anticipating coming up his opponent's sideboard, and that he saw I think in game He didn't see it. He didn't see it in the.
Well, he didn't see it
he
in
rolled
the-
his opponent too quickly to see it out of his sideboard. But
he brought
must,
it in. I
and-
mean, like
yeah.
he did bring it in. So
But the other spicy thing that he brings in is Crypt Breaker.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
That I like. That I like a lot. I've never seen like the reanimator deck use Crypt Breaker until
Yeah.
like probably like today.
Because you anticipate them taking out some amount of removal.
and then you like
and then
turn
you
one,
bring in-
turn
yeah.
one. I've got this one.
And it's a discard outlet. It's a card advantage engine, and it creates threats.
yes. Oh man.
And it works against Rest in Peace, right? Because it just
yeah,
makes
whatever.
2/2s.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
just make 2/2s. And do you have anything to respond to that? Oh,
and the
Oh, man.
Black Red Reanimator deck actually plays very well in terms of shredding his opponent's hand.
yeah.
Right.
It's got like Unmask. It's got Cabal Therapy. It's so
That zombie tokens are very helpful with Cabal
with
Therapy.
Cabal Therapy. Oh man, this deck, I like this deck a lot. Like it just has one function, right? Like it just wants to reanimate guys.
But
and
it also it's a deck that has one function and then plays slightly differently with with good reactive cards in the post-war games. Obviously, Mark should have played the version that has Assassin's trophies in the sideboard as opposed to wear and tear.
what? Assassin's Trophy.
Yeah, because he currently only has white
that's
for so he can play Ass Trophy, Astrophy. He can play Astrophy as an answer to everything, right? Because it covers all his bases. And he doesn't care about giving his opponent extra lands.
That's true.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's pretty good. But Mark didn't build this deck until this morning, where he dreamt that he had built the deck the night before.
What?
And he realized, hey, I didn't actually sleeve the cards, so he had to sleeve the cards this morning.
No, I think what he dreamt.
Yeah. It's been a long day for Mark, a long week for Mark. Yeah.
This is when you're so like deep in the game, right? That you're like dreaming about
magic.
No, you're dreaming about like the mundane action of like sleeving cards. That's how deep it goes, right?
Yeah.
Like sitting across the table from you is like some like Gorgon monster. Having a nice conversation about like, do you think this Assassin's Trophy is a good idea?
Yeah.
I don't know, but we
I
haven't
think
seen
if I'm Mark, I cut the Chancellors of the Annex, but I know he doesn't like to do that. Yeah, he likes to do a mix.
It's great against like Force of Will, like turn one, right?
Yeah.
It
But
forces your opponent to try to waste a spell. And we saw Jason in round
he's
2.
not on the play, you see. So his opponent gets to lay a land, and then Mark can combo off. But the Chancellor doesn't do anything because his opponent got to lay a land.
That's true.
Yeah. So I
but
like.
we saw Jason like waste his spells just so that he can get rid of the Chancellor of the Annex, which I think is
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's poor because of just it has nothing. It does nothing, right? Like it doesn't have hexproof. It doesn't have. Doesn't draw you 7 cards. It doesn't, name a color and then your opponent can't play those spells.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, this is very exciting. Mark obviously loving this. He hasn't had to play a game that gone past turn 5 or 6. He's like, what is this
Like
control?
either I scoop or you
yeah.
scoop, right?
What is this control you're talking about?
But man, I want to see the matchup. Like right now, Kelvin is playing against Desmond.
But that's like Conrad versus Desmond, right? Because it's Eldrazi Post against Lens.
Against Lens, yeah.
Which is why we chose to go with this matchup instead. Partly because Desmond and Kelvin started playing before we could get them on the stream.
And also, this is just the grudge match, man.
It's the grudge match, and it's Jason's, I think, first Legacy tournament.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
okay.
I think he's played the deck before.
Right. But
But this is like, he was telling me, hey, what advice do you have for me playing this deck? Because I used to play this deck a lot.
Right.
And I said, just play your spells, man. Like, your spells are so powerful, you just cast it.
Just
Like,
slam.
don't overthink it and like try and play around certain cards. Just cast your cantrips. Cast your. Obviously don't do dumb stuff like, but
We've seen.
yeah.
But yeah, just slam. What?
Yeah,
slam
just
your
cast
spells,
just cast your spells. Don't save cantrips. Don't just go through your deck, lay your lands.
You
Do
will
your
get,
things. Yeah, you'll get there. And the problem is that because a lot of the cards in the deck don't actually do anything to the board. Counterbalance, Search for Ascanta, Ponder, Brainstorm, Portent. They don't do anything to affect the board. So the more you wait, the more you waste your mana, and the further you fall behind.
So it's like it's almost like a tap out control deck, right?
Yeah. To some extent, it is very much a tap out control deck, right? Because there's very few soft permission spells, and in the matchups where there are soft permission spells, then you definitely know that you should keep your soft permission up, right in the mirror against Grixis when you have Spell Pierce and they can possibly have him. That's about it, right? But even then, you want to be proactive. You want to slam a him. You want to slam a counterbalance on 2 after you set up your turn 1 Ponder with a 2 on top of your deck, right?
Okay, yeah, that's true. All right. So let's see whether Jason here fares any better this game.
Yeah, my concern is that if he doesn't have surgicals, this game is gonna go very similarly, right? Like the best he can improve is with Flusterstorm. He does have Containment Priest though.
Yeah, Containment Priest will Containment Priest and Rest in Peace.
Containment Priest is where the fact that Mark is not playing Assassin's Trophy is gonna hurt him. Because you can't wear tear. You can't wear tear and the Containment Priest. But we see Jason's hand is mono blue. It has a Spell Pierce, which is good for interacting on turn 1. And I don't think it's too bad. But it does mean that if Mark has something like an Unmask,
it gets stripped.
but Mark's gonna mulligan.
Okay.
Yeah, so Jason's keeping this hand, which I think it's
okay.
I
think like the Spell Pierce with like double
obviously
Snapcaster.
you would prefer something where it's like Spell Pierce into Rest in Peace, right? Spell Pierce into Containment Priest.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Because now before Mark had mulligan, you were very, very vulnerable to like unmask and then play your stuff, right?
Okay.
And it's so bad that he could have gone land, unmask you play Spell Pierce, he plays Ritual, and he pays for your unmask.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Right.
I didn't think about that.
But Mark's gonna go to 5.
Oh,
so luck finally catching up with our friend. But Spell Pierce is very, very weak to one of Mark's sideboard plans, which is Crypt Breaker.
Right, you turn 1
Crypt Keeper?
Crypt Breaker.
Crypt Breaker.
Yeah. You turn 1 and then just
and then he's like, oh yeah, this is awesome. I have a do nothing blue card in my hand. So this is Crypt Breaker. Yeah. And you can see how it will work in Mark's deck, right? He just puts guys in the graveyard. So Mark's hand is Therapy, Reanimate, and one other card. Therapy, Reanimate, sorry. So this
no big targets though.
So this is gonna be very key for Jason to Therapy to Spell Pierce's Therapy. Because Mark has redundancy in terms of reanimate spells, but not in terms of
in Therapy, yeah.
So Mark should correctly go for the Badlands here in case he draws Faceless Dueling next turn. But he's worried about a Rest in Peace, right? So he's thinking maybe I get the white. And he does go get hit and get the white, which is very, very... It's interesting. It's scary.
It's thinking a bit forward. I mean, like, if...
So does Jason go for the Spell Pierce here? I don't know. You have to, right? It's the more mana efficient play anyway.
And
Mark has to announce that he's targeting himself, so you know that it's his way. He's planning to use his. Oh shit!
Oh no! Wow.
Okay.
Archetype of Endurance.
Okay. So Jason's in trouble now because if Mark draws another land, he can just go reanimate, right?
Yeah.
There's a chance that Mark doesn't go reanimate, and goes Exhume, and then Jason gets 1 turn of reprieve.
To try to find this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he really did waste his
Spell
Pierce here.
Damn. I would have thought
So here's the reasoning, right? Like if Mark gets Scrub Land, it means he doesn't have Faceless Dueling in his hand. Right?
Okay.
So the Cabal Therapy is the primary way of getting the card into the graveyard, right? The other thought is that maybe it's a bait. He's trying to clear your hand and then play his own Entomb. Right, on the next turn.
But you've targeted yourself already.
Yeah.
I mean, like you've done the targeting.
So he's targeted himself, so that has to be the call here, right? And so this is really interesting. I think, some inexperience maybe with the format. But not too bad because he draws Flusterstorm. So now he has counters for both the reanimate and the follow-up reanimate. And Jason can wait, right? He can lay this land, pass the turn, counter both spells, and then on his third turn he can play a Ponder to look for a land. And then just perpetuate this, and that's exactly what he's going to do.
All right, so let's see.
He's going to play reanimate.
It's
going to be met with.
I think you use Spell Pierce, right? You don't need a Flusterstorm.
Yeah. I think you can. Yeah, I don't think that. I think the difference here is so marginal that it's not worth talking about. But the only thing that you can Spell Pierce, you can't Flusterstorm is Lotus Petal.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go get the red now, and. Oh, he's passing by the red. He wants to get basic Swarm because he's worried his opponent's going to slam back to basics.
All right, so second reanimate here, just going to get countered.
It's going to get Flusterstorm as well.
Yeah, okay.
And he's going to untap. He's going to draw. He's going to draw Rest in Peace. It'd be so sick if he did. Oh, he drew Containment Priest.
Even worse. So good.
Oh my god, this is disgusting. Oh my god.
Exhume, maybe? We'll try. All right. Respawn.
Oh, this is Mark.
wow.
Oh my god! And I sold him that card too, so like this is like
bang bang. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna choose not to bring anything back. Yeah, okay. I think Mark can scoop it up right now. No, but it's
there's
still
a
a long
chance
time,
that he
right?
wins with Crypt Breaker,
Mm.
but because he doesn't have Assassin's Trophy in his deck, he
told you so.
doesn't get to kill creatures with his sideboard cards.
Yeah, I mean, like Jason has Snapcasters
Yeah.
to.
This is just gonna be a long, tedious process of him getting. I'm surprised Jason's not casting the Ponder here.
No, I think you want to leave
find
it up.
the land.
You want to leave it up
Yeah.
for.
Oh, yeah.
Don't,
Sorry.
of course.
Oh,
yeah,
I don't know why I questioned.
Yeah, never do.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah,
Don't
it'd be nice
you
if you had
know?
a fourth. Okay.
Don't you know? We will never understand. Mark is supposed to exile his creature. There's no may clause in Exhume. He must try to reanimate it. Oh.
Oh yeah.
What?
Okay, that's interesting. Let me go. Let's go look at the card Exhume. But you're probably right. And then.
No, but they missed the.
Yeah.
It's been too many turns.
I think it's
That's
actually
right.
you can rewind it, right? Because it doesn't affect the board state.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah. Each player puts a.
Okay, I'm gonna go with that.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Thank you, Requiem. QQ.
QQ. Less QQ. Well, Cass's favorite line. Less QQ, more pew pew people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mark is like a very slim percentage to win this game.
Well, he can go like 7 lands and then slam Gristlebrand.
Yeah. He casts a whole bunch of rituals. New to this, I'm just trying to learn. Hey,
Jivo. Oh. Nice to meet you.
Too wise, man. So you know what that means. We're friends.
Boys. No, it's triple S, man.
Yeah. So it's second containment priest, just in case you're worried about not having enough things covered.
And another Force of Will. Okay,
Yeah.
so he draws a Force of Will.
So if
passes
Mark
turn, I
could look
think.
at his opponent's hand, I think Mark would just concede
Yeah.
because there's nothing he can really do.
Oh, you can wait.
But I think he might want to see what hate his opponent has.
Yeah. I don't think you will commit anything else to the board, right? As the blue-white player.
Yeah. I mean, you
just-
could commit a second containment priest, but you don't need to know.
Yeah, I'm gonna Cabal Therapy.
He's gonna come
you.
out there with him for Black Lotus or something. Just to see his hand and then concede.
Alright, so does Mark's game plan change on the draw?
No, I think if
sorry, on the play.
on the play, yeah, I think the chancellors become a little bit better
Right, okay.
because you
But
can
I mean,
you
like,
can
he
show
left
chancellor on turn 1 and then go
and then
for
go
it.
for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm
Crit
not
Breaker.
I'm not sure about Iona in this matchup.
Well, it does lock your opponent out of like. I mean, you cast it. You probably like name blue, right? Or you name white. You name white, and then your opponent just can't remove Iona anymore.
Hey Jivo, what card did you pull? That's pretty good. 20 pounds.
Job lot of cards.
Yeah.
What's a job lot?
It's just a way of saying like
Okay,
a
like a
pile
whole
of cards.
bunch of-
Yeah.
okay. Not bad.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah.
Nice.
I always feel like the problem with like pulling expensive cards sometimes is that it's just hard to sell them, right?
Right.
Earthbind,
Oh, cool. The
like a
the-
beta Earthbind.
the fairy. The
Yeah.
Bondage fairy. I mean, like.
Yeah.
Well, let's bring out. I want to bring out Earthbind.
I know.
Rob-
you're not wrong. I just want to make sure that because we say it like why we say it, and it's not just because make us a perv or anything.
Hey. But yeah, Joe saying
Oh, an alpha one. That's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is
That's insane.
We had that, man. I still haven't produced the interview with Rob, but like he was
Oh,
saying
yeah?
like this is one of his favorite card art from Magic the Gathering.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earthbind. And then he was also saying this is the Bondage Fairy. I was like thinking,
I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Quinton Hoover, and you know his artwork is just it's amazing. It's so
Yeah.
intricate. But yeah, Mark on the play. Some chancellors, I think. Nothing's gonna change too much from Jason's side of things. Hopefully, Mark has a better hand this time around. He mulliganed to 5 last game, and then his opponent, put out the
Just
lights out combo of
just like containment priest.
double one
Spell
mana
pierce.
counter spells, and
Yeah.
then containment priest.
Yeah. Pretty good actually.
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. He drew that second Flusterstorm like the turn before he needed it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh gosh.
on the turn he needed it.
Jason showing that
So
this is how you play Magic.
mulliganing. Oh wow.
Uh-oh.
Gonna 6, and I think you see at the back of Jason's hand a surgical extraction. So
Oh wow, that is bad.
if Mark doesn't have something like to clear the path, he could be in a world of hurt.
Mm.
And even then, like surgical on a Gristlebrand is tough, right? Because
Yeah, nothing
that's
else.
a major part of your
Yep.
deck, and the way that you're gonna win.
Right, so Mark goes down to 6. There is an Unmask in hand. And is that a Chancellor?
Yeah.
I can't see the other cards.
So Chancellor's good, right? Because if he starts with Chancellor, it means that his opponent can't play the surgical on turn 1.
Right.
But it means that he needs a turn 1 hand.
And yeah, he needs to
On
start
6,
reanimating.
Yeah. He needs
Smart.
Chancellor.
He needs land.
He's gonna get to scry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chancellor keeps it on the
So
top.
he's going.
Okay.
Our boy's going. And he's gonna get swarmed, but he's gonna get something else. I'm thinking
I think
about
he'll
it.
go for like the black white.
I think he's going for the
scrub
scrub land, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What?
land. Yeah. No,
Okay, this is
you
the
go for
third land he's
scrub
been
land,
yeah.
Thank
He's
you.
just worried about rest in peace.
Dark Ritual. Okay.
Oh, he's gonna
he pitches
unmask.
one Dark Ritual.
He's gonna reanimate. Holy crap. I think he might win this game off the back of this.
Oh my gosh.
But
oh my gosh. So now it's 2. Now that first spell is 2.
yeah, first spell is 2.
Okay, so
yeah. So if
Jason just goes there and then ponder and after that.
yeah,
just,
but I don't know if Jason knows how to play against this card. Like Jason might wait till 3 mana or 1 mana to cast the 2 mana. The trap is when he goes to 2 mana, he plays the swords, and then Mark says, you gotta pay 2.
No, you had to pay 2 because you forgot about.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Wow.
Did we? Yeah. Okay.
That's
Cool. He gave up a Dark Ritual for the Unmask.
That's fine. The ritual is the same thing, right?
Yeah.
But he unmasked himself.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
the crazy part, right? If it was Gristlebrand, it would have been different because his opponent would have been able to play surgical extraction. But because it was Chancellor of the NX and started in his hand,
Oh gosh. Yeah, and Chancellor of the NX on the play definitely 100 times better.
so I hope Jason is cognizant of what
Yeah.
his
Just
yeah,
ponder.
Jabo, we do MTG all the time. In fact, I think I dare say 99.9% of the store's income is Magic.
Oh yeah.
The other 0.1 is drinks and snacks.
Drinks and snacks, like people do buy drinks and snacks.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Wow. Jason, oh man, Jason here in a bit of a bind. When I
Yeah,
say a
so
bit,
Mark-
he's a lot of a bind.
Mark top decks the Crypt Breaker, which gives him a kind of viable second out to the thing. And he's thinking about forcing here, is
No.
he? No, he's thinking about extracting here. Okay. Yeah, it's good that he's not.
Please don't. You know you got
Because there are triggers. So, there's definitely... Jason can miss the trigger and forget about the trigger. right.
Mark
And
can-
if he goes for this here, it's just going to be terrible. I'm particularly biased because, Mark is closer to me than Jason is. But I just don't want to see him go out this way.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool. Yeah, so he's gonna play Surgical Extraction for 2.
Alright, okay.
And he's gonna
So he
pay 2
remembers.
mana.
Yeah. So he remembers.
Okay. So he's playing the Surgical first and letting it get counted.
And
then
after the Path to Exile.
yeah,
to
and the
get
Path to
rid of the
Exile.
Chancellor. Okay.
So now
That's-
it's land and it's time. It's time to make zombies.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's actually pretty quick. But I think he has Snap Plow, which is I think gonna be lights out for Mark.
Mm.
I think Mark still has a way into it, but it will take quite a bit. He's got Path as well.
Right.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
In response. gonna go for the.
I'm not sure that's bad for Mark.
Yeah, he gets extra lands.
Yeah, if I'm Jason, I actually let him commit the
First,
2/2.
the last
Yeah,
card. Yeah.
because he has snap plow in his hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what you want is when you do draw your back to basics or your rest in peace, that Mark, it doesn't get killed by wear tear.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want Mark to like just commit
Obviously,
and get the card out.
this is the next time I'm gonna say it. If it was Assassin's Trophy,
That wouldn't matter.
it would be okay because you could control. It would be really good for him to get rid of it because then your containment priest is live.
Right, then you okay.
So this is a little bit more situational.
Right. Potent.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's
Keep all those cards,
yeah,
man.
Mark is at like a 5% chance to win this game, I think.
Oh no.
Okay, Jeff. Yeah, because he is Snapcaster Surgical. That's like, really hard to beat.
Oh.
And he's going to draw
Alright.
for Porton. Yes, he's remembered this time. Last time we had this conversation, he had to run over there and tell him, hey.
It's potent. Well,
It's a
it's a
delayed
miss
trigger,
trigger. Yeah, it's a
yeah.
delayed trigger. So if
But
you
it's-
miss it, you miss it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not
Yeah,
like
we
Ponder
don't-
where it says,
As part of the resolution of the spell, like you do draw a card, and at any point where you do catch it, like especially if somebody's watching. Okay, if nobody's watching, and like it's just hearsay by the players, like we don't do anything as a
Okay,
judge.
okay.
If
But-
you are watching,
and you let a judge know.
yeah, what happens is just like, okay, that guy draws a card. That's it. Right.
Okay. And even if like the top of the library has been manipulated or
Yeah, just
that's
like okay.
terrible.
The
yeah.
next time that you do it, like you just draw a card. That's all. That's all. Or the next time you get the opportunity.
So this is
Jason
Jace.
Mind Sculptor resolves.
This is great for everybody but Mark. Meaning it's great for Jason.
I don't think you should tuck the 2 lands on top. I think you should tuck the spells on top, right?
Yeah. Why you worried about like?
Another unmask or like
Yeah. He could put the counterbalance on top. I think that's fair.
Oh, okay.
And stop. He's gonna play Entomb. What's the other semis? It was Eldrazi Post against Lands.
Yeah.
So that was a semi that we've shown, I think, like 3 months in a row already. So we wanted to go with something a little bit different. But yeah, it's the same same Lands player. So there's a good chance.
We might see
If
this
Jason,
game.
when Jason makes it to the finals, this is gonna be Thoughtseize.
Oh wow, okay.
So yeah, this is where you are right. It would have been better for Jason to have put the counterbalance.
Just like sneak it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then in this case, like you've got to counter that, right?
yeah, no, I don't think you have to counter it,
Huh?
but it is because the counterbalance isn't that great with the wear tear.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's not that hard to block a wear tear on the stack. Is a 1 or a 3?
Depends on what you're casting it for. So if you cast it for wear, it's 1. You cast it for tear, it's 2.
If you fuse it, it's
it's 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So on the stack, it's like it just counts.
Yeah, so he's gonna Thoughtseize away the spell pierce because he wants to force Jason to commit something this turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna play he's not.
Ooh, wow. Okay. So
That's
Mark just like
interesting.
fires off the.
So what does
the
Mark have? Because this is bad, right? He plays counterbalance.
Yeah, and now he's
And he
just be
brainstorms
able
with
to
Jace.
control
On
everything.
top of his deck. So now he can put
Just put the ponder on top.
yeah, just put the ponder on top because he has Snapcaster Extraction.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he has Mark covered like 20 ways to Sunday. Yeah, lands, dude. So it's gonna be lands in the final, probably against Miracles. I don't know if it's lands actually. It could be Eldrazi Post against Miracles.
You never know.
Whoever it is, it's a player who is playing his first Legacy tournament.
Versus a player who's played like all the legacy tournaments.
Yeah,
Like either way, like Kelvin or
literal
Kelvin or
David
Desmond,
versus
like,
Goliath. Yeah.
They've done it all.
So these are the older cards, Jeff. Kind of. So everything in this format, everything is legal from like the alpha in the the Earthbind you found was the alpha from alpha forward, but there is a very strictly curated ban list to prevent things from getting too far out of hand. So some of the really crazy $1,000 cards.
very old.
are banned. And some of the ones that are legal and very old are worth a lot as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the most expensive card in Legacy is the Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale. It's like
It's like
2,500,
yeah.
3,000 US dollars.
Gosh, oh man. And you need like what? 3?
One. You just need one.
You just need one.
Yeah, the deck only plays
Oh
one.
yeah. No, you can crop it. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there's some crazy variants of. No, in Vintage they play like 3 in the sideboard against Dredge.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because Dredge makes a bunch of zombies and they don't actually have lands that can pay for them, so they just die. Yeah, the Black Lotus, that's worth a lot. It's not legal in this format though. Yeah.
Alright, so where here?
So this is where he can't fuse it. So it's gonna be a 1. It's gonna flip Ponder, and I think this is where Mark just extends the hand, right? Like he
I thought he was gonna.
I thought he was going to too, but.
Okay, so he knows that the one's on top, right? So you can't reanimate.
Yeah.
You know,
he
and
can't
he knows
do anything that puts cards in his graveyard this turn short of an unmask on himself. Oh damn! Why does Mark look so white now? When's the last time you saw him? No, he's been pasty for a while.
Yeah. Needs more sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, should like open up the windows. Just
You can
like
make a joke.
Plaster mark to like the window. It's like, come to the store. It's like hanging outside the window. Hey, you look like you play cards.
I don't think he's gonna die from the sun so much as he's gonna die from himself hanging outside the store.
I'll put like a pole at the back or something and just strap him in. Yeah.
Like this is Brainstorm with Jace. Oh, it's Brainstorm.
Oh,
that's Ponder. This Ponder. So yeah, straight away he's gonna shuffle.
That's a shuffle,
of course.
yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Oh, triple land, that is pretty bad. Well, he's got what another shuffle effect.
Yeah, but here he can draw with the Ponder, and then he's presumably gonna Brainstorm with the Jace to set up a 1 on top of his deck, and this is where Mark can entomb in response. Or he's just gonna Fate Seal Mark.
Wow. Okay.
And that's the worst feeling in the world when your opponent Fate Seals you.
And then you leave it on top, and it's like, you can have that.
Bad. You just hope that your opponent doesn't know what they're doing, but
I don't think so.
What are blue core proxies? So I think by blue core you refer to the blue layer of glue between magic cards. So the magic cards have a back and a front, right? They're printed in such a way that they're kind of glued together. So blue core proxies are cards that are not real magic cards that also have a blue core.
Yeah, they are printed out they're basically printed out with like white faces.
Yeah, so one of the ways to achieve that is to find the same blue glue and make your own, magic cards. Find the exact printer, which it's a philosophical thing, right? If you could achieve that, then you'll be making your own magic cards.
Yeah.
Which, thankfully, it's close. People have approximated to it, but it hasn't really quite reached a level of technology yet. The other way of making a blue core proxy is to take what's called an international edition card or a collector's edition card.
Just wipe off the face.
And to remove the back.
Is it remove back?
Yeah. Remove the back of the card and then replace it. Because the back is a gold bordered back, right? But it has the same blue core.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, fakes. So proxies, in general, outside of a tournament setting, are considered to be fake cards. In a tournament, you could have a card that is, it's so distinct in your deck because it's warped from humidity or heat, or it's damaged in a certain way that it would stand out in your deck, so a judge can actually issue you a proxy.
Yeah. Or if there are certain cases where a judge will issue you a proxy. Not, it's not commonly practiced. So
this is Exhume. Wow, but Jason has it again covered 20 ways till Sunday.
Come on.
He has Snapcaster, Surgical Extraction.
Alright, so he goes for Snapcaster, Surgical. And I think Yama is like, you don't need to know.
Thanks everyone for watching. This was a great showcase of sideboarding and Legacy and how strong it can be. But yeah, wow, Jason, the newbie, David going into the finals against one of the Goliaths coming out of the next bracket.
Yeah. All right. We'll be back with the finals very, very soon. But before we go, just want to remind you can join us on the show every Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Singapore time, twitch.tv/GreyOgreGames. You can also find us on youtube.com/GreyOgreGames to watch all the replays of all the tournaments that we do. Okay, this coming Sunday is going to be the monthly that we have for the Grey Ogre Games Invitationals. And speaking of which, you can head on down to greyogregames.com and find out more about the invitationals and how to compete. And yeah, do follow us on all our social media feeds: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And yeah, like, share, and subscribe all the content if you like what we do. Only if you like what we do. All right, we'll be back in a short bit with the finals. I'll put on a replay, so that your wait will be not so long. We'll be right back.